Hello, today we are going to talk about the basics of budgeting. Often hearing the word budgeting is enough to make someone want to leave a conversation very quickly because budgeting in the past has meant stopping activities that you enjoy, not being able to afford the things that you want, and always thinking about money all the time. It can also be overwhelming, especially if you haven't budgeted in the past. But budgeting can help you to give a sense of control over your money and allow you to make informed choices. It also can help to reduce the anxiety of not knowing whether you have enough money to pay your bills. And in the long run, it can help you to build savings and wealth. At its core, a budget is a tool to find out how much money you earn exactly and how much money you either currently spend or would like to spend in the future. Despite how overwhelming it may feel, a budget, again, at its core, is made up of three different parts. The first part is to keep track of your daily spending. The second is to total up your monthly income and expenses. And the third way is to find ways to decrease spending and increase income if needed. The first component is tracking your daily spending, which can help you to reveal hidden aspects of your spending habits so you can better save for the future, reduce wasteful or thoughtless spending. You know, that kind of spending where you go to the convenience store to pick up a drink and you walk out with like 4 other different things and you're like, I don't think I needed that. It can help you to improve your record keeping, and tracking your daily spending will let you know where your money is coming from and where it's going. The important thing with anything we'll talk about in this video today is to use what makes sense to you. So, for example, when you're tracking your daily spending, you can do this a couple of different ways. You can use pen and paper to write out a physical list of everything that you're spending your money on. You can keep your receipts from every purchase. If you're using cash, you can check in with your debit card and credit card purchases every day just to keep an eye on what's been going out of your wallet. You can also use a combination of the above things. So the most important is to just pick a method that works for you, whatever it may look like, and is convenient, so something that you will continue to do, and then you can stick to that. When you're first creating a budget, there's a few categories that you'll want to keep track of, and these are savings, home expenses like your rent or your mortgage and taxes, utility expenses, your cell phone bill, food. So this includes both groceries for your regular food during the week and then eating out as well. Transportation expenses, so your car payment, gas, maintenance on your car, or a bus pass or parking permit. And your personal expenses like your toiletries, medications, entertainment costs like your Netflix subscription, and then gifts and charity. And when you're tracking your income, it's important to remember all of the different ways that people can earn income. So it's not necessarily just money from a job. It can also be public assistance, benefits, child support and or alimony, interest from investments, Social Security or Social Security disability, and any other sources. So that could be tips, gifts from friends or family, tax returns, etc. Also like a mileage reimbursement. You want to try to factor every single piece of income that's coming in, and sometimes this can be the hardest. So in order to track your income, you will just determine where your money is coming from. Try to find the numbers that show what your net income is. So your gross income is what you earn before taxes and deductions are taken out of your pay. And your net income is what you earn after taxes and deductions are taken out of your pay. And you'll factor in any additional income that you expect to receive. When you start to actually create your budget, you will like to choose a time frame. For some people, this can be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, depending on how you earn your income or how your expenses are paid. You should start by listing your net income and writing down what day you'll be paid. It's important to create a time frame within your budget so that you can keep better track of when you need to have money for certain things. Then you'll list all of your essential expenses within your chosen time frame. So also with dates if you know that as well. Finally, you will subtract your expenses from your income, and you'll be able to determine if you have money left over, if you're even, or if you have more expenses than income. These tools are all here to help you get a better grasp on where your money's coming from and where it's going. often people will create two different kinds of budgets, right? They'll create one budget at the beginning that tracks where the money is actually coming from and where it's actually going. So people might take 30 days and keep all of their receipts from their expenses and then put them into a budget and say, okay, well, right now I'm currently spending 40% of my income on housing expenses and I'm spending 60% on things that I want and I'm not saving any money, right? So they have their first budget, which is, okay, this is where things are right now. And then they might have the second budget, which is what they want to do in the future. So that's where changing your income or changing your expenses comes into play. So if you feel that maybe you have too many expenses that are unnecessary, you would be able to take a better look at that using your budgeting tool and say, I really don't think I need to spend X amount of dollars per month on groceries. Maybe I can cut that down to this, and I can use that extra money to put into my savings, which helps eliminate living paycheck to paycheck and also helps with furthering goals into the future. Thank you very much.